The fans were so done with this guy. Him making a catch was a big deal. I mean, that's pretty sad. It's pathetic, really. That's his job.
I mean,
this is his job.
Again, $74 million. Welcome back to another mother and son post-game show for the New York Giants on family bonding. And in this one, it's going to get a little toxic because we have a lot of things to discuss that went wrong with this game today. But before we do that, we need you to do a couple of very important things for us.
Here's what you need to do. We need you to subscribe. So click that subscribe button. Make sure you click the like button, especially if you appreciate the Giants therapy we're about to provide you. And also click the little bell so that you can get all the updates. And hey, why not give us a little tip? Use that PayPal link to hook us up with a tip if you like what we do. Okay, let's get going.
This is so embarrassing.
It's terribly embarrassing. It's horrible.
We weren't supposed to lose to the Lions.
This was supposed to be a slam dunk for the New York Giants. Slam dunk win.
But you know what? There are a couple things as to why it wasn't. I feel not only was Saquon Barkley almost non-existent, a lot of that had to do with what I felt was a little bit of Daboll's doing. Because we didn't run any screens. We ran the same plays over and over again, trying to hope that it would work. We didn't really try to do anything different. And it's crazy because he contradicted himself. He said at halftime when they did, the little coach interview, they asked him if he was going to change anything, and he said, no, we're going to just stick with what we're doing. So then where the hell was Saquon in the second half? If you were going to stick with it and try to get Saquon to get going in the second half, where the hell was he?
But Saquon can't be the only solution.
He's not.
The only way that this team can win.
But guess what? That's what we have. This is the third game where a team has shown us, if you get rid of Saquon, we ain't nobody.
We don't have anything.
But you want to know why it's like that? Because of the way Dave Gettleman shaped us up to be for these next 2 years. We don't have, all we have is Saquon. Kenny Golladay is not a number one receiver. He's not even a receiver. He had as many catches today as he's had all season. Freaking 2. Just let that sink in. Just let that sink in. He had as many catches today as he's had all season. And it was 2.
And he got an applause for getting a catch today from the audience. I mean, that's crazy.
74 million.
It was a basic catch. The fans were so done with this guy. Him making a catch was a big deal. I mean, that's pretty sad. It's pathetic, really. That's his job.
I mean,
this is his job.
Again, $74 million. That's how much we're paying him. Apparently, it was a pay cut involved. That much that we're paying this man, and he has 4 catches on this season. 4. You have that problem. Shame on Joe Shane for not going out there and getting a better wide receiver other than this Hodgins guy when there were clearly 4 other options for him to resign.
Yes.
And he chose to go with this Hodgins guy who dropped the pass on a big play in the 4th quarter. And then you have that Cager bum dropping a 2-point conversion.
I mean, that I probably would have caught that, with all due respect, and I've never played a lick of football in my life.
You could have drove a car through where he was. You could have brought a truck or an SUV and parked it right there, and there still would have been space between him and that goddamn defender. He should have caught it. It was in his hands. It was in his hands.
Those type of plays have to be made for this team to advance into the playoff situation. I don't think they could do it. The injuries that we racked up today are crazy.
Oh, thanks for reminding me. I just want to say that Wan'Dale Robinson might have a torn ACL. It might. Don't be surprised.
It's likely.
His cleat. This is why we need to get rid of turf. His cleat got caught in the turf when he was running out of bounds, and I saw his knee jostle in slow motion. You could see his knee like buckle, and I was like, all that force running, and you just stop a complete stop on your knee. He probably tore something. He's not the only person that went out today. We had so many injuries again to the offensive line. Freaking Feliciano with a neck injury. You got, I think, another defensive tackle with a neck injury. Like there's just
we just racked them up, and we came into the game with a lot of injuries. I mean, Robinson was questionable up until yesterday. And
now he's done probably for the rest of the season.
Now he's probably done for the season. A lot of these guys that were playing were questionable, didn't practice, limited practice, but they were out there. But maybe, now we're stuck with 4th string players heading into the toughest part of our schedule. It's crazy.
It was a good run. That's how I feel right now at this point. It was
still a winning season. I guess we should probably appreciate that.
It's barely for us, for its winning season right now. There's enough games that we can lose where it no longer can be. Right. That's why I'm saying for right now, potentially it was a good run.
Yeah.
I don't. The formula has been made for the next teams moving forward.
100%.
Stuff the box. Stop Saquon Barkley. It forces Daniel Jones to make plays we don't want him to make, which is deep
That
throws
he's not
down
ready
the
to
field.
make.
No, he
Plays
was
that he's
ready.
not capable of making.
He's capable of doing it. He doesn't have the line to do it. You saw the throws; they were there. There was just some throws that were inaccurate, but a lot of it had to do with pressure. He can do it. He can make some of these plays. The issue is that we don't have Evan Neal, and now we're out of John Feliciano and Bredesen. So it's like we have backups in the line now. Our whole secondary, Adoree Jackson is gone. Morrow is gone. Our whole secondary is done. Xavier McKinney.
I didn't see him on the sidelines today. They didn't show him.
I would imagine
he
not,
may have decided
because
to stay
he
home.
wants to hide his freaking arm, so no one can see the freaking club on it.
I don't think we'll see him the rest of the
Idiot.
season. I think he's done for the season too.
I hope. Let me just stop before I say something crazy. You have
Let me
anything else
just
to
say
say
this.
before I say something crazy?
Let me say this. Daniel Jones, he's a guy that had a part of this season, most of the season, people thinking that, hey, maybe the Giants has something in him. Maybe we could work with him. Maybe Dayball's the guy to kind of touch him and make him the franchise quarterback we need him to make. I mean, some people might have been saying that, because of the changes that have been made, enough to show that he had something, him using his legs, all that stuff. When push comes to shove, we can't rely on our quarterback, and he is the leader of the team. We need him to be more consistent, and we don't need to have to rely on one other person's body to get us into the end zone or to get us a field goal. Speaking of field goals, for a while we were relying on Gano for our early wins, right? Where was he today?
40-mile-per-hour winds took him out.
Yeah. Gano today, I know that messed with him because he's actually pretty accurate, but there was wind and whatnot. I can't just say it was just wind.
That first one was the tip pass. Or tip kick. His fingertips were just enough to make that football go into a different direction, the first kick. The second kick was just all wind.
I don't want to call him a bum like you texted me.
I was just angry. And he gave me negative points in fantasy, so I was very angry. When he missed that second kick, I was like, I need him to at least get me back to zero.
He has been somebody we can rely on. But today, it all fell apart. The whole plan, the whole game plan fell apart because Saquon was contained.
And you want to know what else failed?
Yeah.
Because now I'm getting more angry. We blitzed the most in the NFL. This is how many sacks we had today. A big fat 0. We had no sacks, and we blitzed the most in the NFL. More than anybody. And we didn't have a single sack today. Against a team that really should not have come in here and did what they did to us today. We should have handled business. It should have just been on to the next one. But now, we're going into this next game with the Cowboys thinking, can we even survive? Because most of our starters are out. Adoree Jackson could be out for more than a week. Probably the rest of the season if it's a knee injury, because they're saying it's a knee injury. And he looked banged up. When I saw him get up, I even said it. I was like, shit, he's done. Something told me that he was not coming back in. And I didn't want to say anything until I texted you. I was like, great, now he's out. But I already knew something was wrong, because after he got hit, he did like a gesture, and it didn't look good. It didn't look good at all. And then when I saw Richie James out there, you had even texted me. You're like, I haven't seen Richie James in a while. There he is, like clockwork. He came on out there. He did a couple of good things. He redeemed himself, but to no avail. There was nothing that we could do to get back into this game. What makes it worse is we almost were at least happy the Eagles lost their game today. Well, they won. So it's just, and I think the Washington Commanders won today. I can't.
Yep.
It's not looking good. It's not.
No.
And we're on the hardest part of our schedule right now. So what a great time to be a Giants fan right now, guys. This is like I said, it was a good run. We'll see what happens from here, but I don't for the next couple of weeks. What I'm not happy about.
No, and what I'm not happy about is that the schedule is the worst schedule when you have to do a divisional game like the one we have on Thanksgiving against Cowgirls. It could ruin the whole Thanksgiving evening. With all due respect,
I don't want to
talk Thanksgiving. About it. I'm not looking forward to it. Today is Sunday. That's just 3-4 days from now. We've got guys who definitely need longer than 3 days.
We're screwed
to get themselves together to show up on the 4th day to play. So I don't have high hopes. We can only hope for miracles. A miracle on Thanksgiving. That's what I'm hoping for the New York Giants.
Well, Giants fans, you've heard our thoughts and our concerns and everything and our frustrations. We hope that you will like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Please make sure to drop a comment and let us know how you feel about this game. And how you feel about going into the next game, going into Thanksgiving against the Cowboys. It's going to be a rough one, but you know what? We're here together as a family like we should be to stick together through these tough times. So we hope to see you guys in our next video. Until then, take care, and the Giants need to do better.
100%.